Apparently what they say is like, yes, they know planes exist because they can look up in the sky and see a plane, but like they don't have like cell phones and stuff, obviously.
Right.
But like, and then what happens when you habituate them or like you bring them like civilization, they not only like can get sick, but like it's just too much of a change. And so like they just don't do well. And they also have like a whole different like understanding of murder. Like just like killing someone's like no big deal. Like really, it's just like it's a big deal, but it's not like what we think. And so they'll kill people who go and see them.
Yes. Now, remember this was not long ago that there was this young kid that thought he was going to go teach them the religion, and they killed him with bow and arrows.
Yes.
That's right.
Or spears. I think they speared him.
The guy killed from what I understood, like his wife was like sleeping with, I don't know, some other man in the tribe, and I think he like killed one of them. It's crazy. I don't know what it's called. Google it.
All right. Well, if we find it, we'll definitely post it on a couple of instigators to read about that. Well, my whole story was because due to the climate change, researchers are finding that spiders are going to become a lot more aggressive.
What?
Nope.
Yeah. So it's the climate change.
A hard pass for me.
The climate change is already making the spiders extra aggressive. They said that they're seeing an increase in black swan weather events, which are named due to their ferocity. And they're predicting that this is going to cause somehow spiders to become more aggressive. Also, they're more likely to survive this type of weather, which means they're going to be breeding stronger social spiders. I don't know what all of this exactly means. I just know that the spiders are going to become very aggressive, okay?
Well, you know what, guys? I'm not going to make it. Between the rainforest burning and these aggressive spiders, and the fact that I probably have an amoeba up my brain and I'm going to die because my butterfly knocking on Jen's door. So.
Yeah, that freaked me out. Also, another animal / whatever you consider an alligator to be, but now they are becoming very smart and they are able to climb fences.
What?
Yeah, there's video footage of somebody driving down a road and they stopped their car and took a video on their cell phone. And it's not the most stellar video footage, but the alligator is climbing over a fence and it's in Florida.
Where was it going?
I don't know, but we probably need an update from Margaret, but they now climb.
That's really why Margaret's not with us. She's currently
being chased
by an alligator.
So people that put up these big fences to keep the alligators from getting in, it's not going to work soon because
get over.
This climbed right over it, which, you know what? And then I thought, like, haven't they probably always been able to? I mean, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, well, if it's like a chain link, like chicken wire fence or like whatever the heavy duty chicken wire fence is called.
That's what it was. They're climbing fences now, and I don't want any part of that either. Another quick thing that kind of grossed me out before we take the break is, did you know that they're making pumpkin spice Spam?
Ew.
I would consider it like a bunch of ground up hot dogs shoved in a can with like this gelatin around it.
Oh, yeah.
Pass.
It's, people say it's really good fried. I mean, imagine it's probably pretty good stuff, except I'm feeling like it's probably salty. But anyway, it's going to be now made into pumpkin spice. And there's no pumpkin in it because it's pork, so it is made out of like pork ground up. But it's going to have cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and nut. They recommend this for topping on waffles, also a vegetable hash, or baking it into cornbread muffins.
Oh my God! I just spit wine.
There's really no. That's going to be. Like,
do you know who's going to be very excited? No, the Hawaiians are the #1 consumers of Spam in the world.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because maybe they have trouble getting real meat over there on the island.
Or hot dogs? Or
I don't know, but yeah, they are #1 for Spam. the miracle meat and market it as a health food. Maybe that's what you need for overgrowth of yeast, Teresa. Some Spam. A little miracle meat.
I just need a little miracle meat. You know, Popeyes is not the miracle meat that I like to believe it is.
Clearly.
Well,
they're not helping the yeast issue.
Yeah, right.
Can you just get some of that yeast cream stuff and like wipe it over you?
The Chernobyl cream?
No, the stuff that you
No,
buy.
the stuff. Oh yeah, no, I got the stuff
Monistat.
Yeah, well, no, not that. I got the stuff that you put for jock itch because I said why not, and it did help.
It's
And then I got a prescription.
Yeah, no, that definitely would help for the jock itch because I mean it's the same as the stuff you use for foot fungus. So yeah, you're
exactly.
good. You're good.
It's called Lotrimin. It's the man thing.
Yes, that's good stuff. It's not nearly though. I would have totally told you to put on the Zadudafu / Chernobyl cream.
Then she'll be knocked up in no time.
Oh, and I'll tell you.
Moba living in you. Maybe it's a baby.
Wait, Cindy.
Yeah.
I know you're taking your Zazudafu and Chernobyl cream, but what about when are you going to start taking the lactation cookies?
I know it. That's totally what we have to talk about too.
Lose your weight.
Yes, we have to talk about the lactating cookies. Okay, so it was funny because we were discussing the lactation cookies and how you eat these things and they help you produce more milk. And I was saying, like, could you imagine if I, like, got my usual wasted at night on my Ambien wine and weed, and I was like, I'm so hungry, I just, like, binge ate the entire thing of lactation cookies, and then not even realizing I'd be at work, like, a couple days later, whatever, and I start, like, lactating at work, and I'm like, right, milk is coming out. Then you were like, but also I could feed a small village if I was. So that
it's also a great weight loss plan.
Right.
One time I heard Kristen Cavallari talk, and she said that's why she's so skinny post baby.
Right.
She breastfed.
Yeah. Right. So it's also used for, you could lose weight. So then we would be like pushing the lactation cookies as weight loss. But then who would they feed? So.
Well, you know what? You're just saving the world. No. Then listen, Cindy, I got a whole plan. You're gonna get your weight loss, so you don't have to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a young fried chicken with your Zazudafu and your lady parts working again.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna find some little weirdos who like to do weirdo stuff and sell your breast milk for no babies. We have no babies, and so we'll sell it on the black market.
Well,
creeper.
But there are places you can pump and drop off your milk for mothers that can't produce enough.
I don't think you can give Zavudafu milk to babies.
Yes. Cindy, I'm not sure that
Chernobyl milk for babies is not marketable.
It's gonna have Chernobyl cream in it, also some weed, and then maybe some eggs.
Yeah, Chernobyl.
I'm not sure it makes me that.
Wait, I want to just name it Chernobyl milk.
We gotta find a creeper.
Can probably sell it to like housewives type people as like age reversing milk.
100%.
All right.
Save yourself the plastic surgery. Fix yourself from the inside out. Have your Chernobyl milk.
Chernobyl milk.
With lactation cookies. Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. All right. You guys are not right. Listen, we have to take a break, so we will be right back. Hello and welcome to Couple of Instigators. I have all the instigators. We have Jen, Teresa, Margaret, and me.
Hi.
Hello.
This is like a major, major feat to record a podcast from all different states and countries. So if you hear us talking over each other, just remember that we are nowhere near each other. And I do my best to edit it. So
Yes.
I do
And
my
half-
best.
And half of us have crappy internet, so we can't even stream. So
Well, Margaret's been getting
We're like,
a hurricane, so.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're like the swamps and snow podcast. We've got 2 of you up there in the snow and 2 of us down here in the swamp.
Yes,
Yes.
I like that. I love that. And as a matter of fact, I'll be jotting that down. Okay, so we did. Let's since we do have Margaret and Teresa, you need to. Teresa, let's recap what's going on with your jobs.
okay, so as everyone knows, I've been actively searching for a new job. And not really. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel to see what I can convince people I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So, as everyone knows, I had to do an Excel spreadsheet that I had no idea what I was doing. So I did what any smart millennial does, and I sent it to my friend. So Margaret completed it, and she passed with flying colors. There was a pre-screened phone call, and the person used the exact words were the controller people. So the controllers, it's a married couple, and they were just amazed by your work. It's so good.
I'm dying.
You were one of 2 people that even did it correctly, and it was just amazing. It was so good. And I was like, oh, thank you. I mean, I'm just beside myself on how good I can do my work.
Margaret, I am so impressed with you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Whatever.
Right. So, like, if you ever need to do an Excel spreadsheet with something called VLOOKUP, send it to Margaret. She can ace that crap right quick.
Well, I'm just relieved. Not only is it an ego boost, but I'm relieved because as I'm doing it, I was like, if I make any stupid mistakes and cost her the interview, I'm gonna feel really bad. So I was trying to triple check everything. So I'm glad I didn't cost you an interview.
Margaret,
No.
You're amazing.
Yes. So they come back, and it's like an entry-level position, and they tell me all this stuff you have to work overtime, but you don't get paid because it's salaried, and I'll have to do Cobra for a couple months. So they're like, what are your salary requirements? And I came up about $10,000 to $11,000 higher than they said. And I halfway did that on purpose to weed myself out of this. I can't go to this job. So the email, she comes back and she was like, listen, they're still so impressed with your Excel, they want to meet you. And not just by Excel, my resume is also really good, people. But they were just so impressed with the details.
Oh my God, Margaret! I'm so proud of you.
Killing it.
You are freaking killing it. You are. Oh my. Okay, continue.
Oh, gets worse.
Okay.
So, or better, depends on who you ask.
Mhm.
So she's like, can you come in for an in-person interview? And meet the husband and wife. I said, I mean, at this point, going to an interview is a sport for me. We need content. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So I go to this interview, and they're talking about general resume stuff, do you do this? Stuff that I can answer.
Right.
Then the lady goes, okay, now she's like, I'm pretty much done. And the husband goes, oh, I have one more question. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, what? Shoot. How long did it take you to finish that?
Oh,
And I
no.
was like, I was like, Margaret and I didn't go over this.
Margaret did not give you a time.
I was like, what am I supposed to? I was like, I said, oh, well, you see, I was cooking dinner.
So I didn't.
Doing it. I
Good.
was in and out the office.
Nice
It wasn't
recovery.
a solid sitting down.
Yes.
Which not believable, but believable enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, I said, and in my mind, I was like, I want to say an hour, but that seems like a really long time.